सहगना ललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितांश्च नमां विष्णुपादाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्तस्वामिनिति नाम्ने नमस्ते सरस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेषशून्यवादी पाश्चात्यदेशतारिणे नमो महावदन्याय कृष्णप्रेमप्रदायते कृष्णाय कृष्णचैतन्यनामिने गौरतुषे नमः। हे कृष्णा करुणा सिंधु दीनबंधु जगतपते गोपेश गोपिका कांत श्रीराधा कांत नमोस्तुते तप्त कांचन गौरांगी श्री राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिय नीलाचल निवासाय नित्याय परमात्मने बलभद्र सुभद्राभ्यां श्री जगन्नाथाय ते नमः। वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्येव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासदि गौरभक्तवृंद हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे मुखं करोति वाचालं पङ्गुं लङ्घयते गिरिं यत्कृपातमहं वन्दे श्रीगुरुदीनतारिणं परमानन्दमाधवं श्रीचैतन्यमीश्वरम्। Hare Krishna. So what is the verse we are supposed to discuss today, bro?
Hare Krishna, Prabhu. It's Madhya Lila 14.160. 160.
Okay, Madhya Lila 14.160.
160.
Sure. Okay, so let's start. So we are discussing from Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita. This is Madhya Lila, chapter 14, the performance of the Vrindavan pastime. Text 160. गोपीगण मध्य श्रेष्ठ राधा ठाकुरानी
गोपीगण मध्य
श्रेष्ठ राधा ठाकुर आणि
निर्मल उज्ज्वल रस प्रेम रत्न खानी
प्रेम खनी
गोपीगण मध्य श्रेष्ठ राधा ठाकुरानी
मध्ये श्रेष्ठ राधा ठाकुर आणि
निर्मल उज्ज्वल रस प्रेम रत्न खानी
रस प्रेमरत्न खनी
गोपीगण मध्य श्रेष्ठ राधा ठाकुरानी
मध्ये श्रेष्ठ राधा ठाकुर आणि
निर्मल उज्ज्वल रस प्रेम रत्न खानी
रस प्रेमरत्न खनी.
Let us read the word to word meaning. Gopigana Madhye,
मध्ये
of all the gopis,
गोपीस
Shreshtha, the chief,
विची
Radha Thakurani,
ठाकुर आणि
Srimati Radharani,
Srimati Radharani,
Nirmala,
Nirmala,
purified.
purified,
Ujjwala,
Yola,
brilliant.
brilliant,
Rasa,
Rasa,
in the mellows.
in mellows,
Prema,
Prema,
of ecstatic love.
of ecstatic love,
Ratnakhani,
Ratnakani,
the jewel mine.
jewel mine.
Translation. Of all the gopis, Srimati Radharani is the chief. She is the jewel mine of ecstatic love and the source of all purified, transcendental, conjugal mellows. Of all the gopis, Srimati Radharani is the chief. She is a jewel mine of ecstatic love and the source of all purified, transcendental, conjugal mellows. So let us see the context for this going on. This is Srila Saudamodar Goswami speaking to Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So it seems that Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu okay, this is Rath Yatra going on, it seems. So while Sarudamodar and Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu were talking, the procession of the goddess of fortune came by. She was riding upon a golden palanquin carried by four men and bedecked with a variety of jewels. Okay. So before that, we see in the pastimes of Vrindavan, the only assistants are the gopis. But for the gopis, no one can attract the mind of Krishna. The Lord said, using the car festival as an excuse, Krishna goes there with Subhadra and Baladev. Yeah. So then, as they were talking, the procession of the goddess of fortune came by. She was riding upon a golden palanquin carried by four men and bedecked with a variety of jewels. There were hundreds of maid servants, all attractively dressed, carrying water pitchers, chamara whisks, and boxes for betel nuts, and wearing valuable necklaces. Yes. In angry mood, the goddess of fortune arrived at the main gate of the temple, accompanied by many members of her family, all of whom exhibited uncommon opulence. When the procession arrived, the maid servants of the goddess of fortune began to arrest all the principal servants of Lord Jagannath. The maid servants bound the servants of Jagannath, handcuffed them, and made them fall down at the lotus feet of the goddess of fortune. Indeed, they were arrested just like thieves who have all their riches taken away. When the servants fell down before the lotus feet of the goddess of fortune, they almost fell unconscious. They were chastised and made the butt of jokes and loose language. When Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's associates saw such impudence exhibited by the maid servants of the goddess of fortune, they covered their faces with their hands and began to smile. Saradamodar Goswami, so then Saradamodar Goswami is commenting on the nature of the, the love of the goddess of fortune, and from there he's going to the gopis. Yeah. So he's saying, when a woman is neglected and disappointed, out of egoistic pride, she gives up her ornaments and morosely sits down on the ground, marking lines on it with her nails. I have heard of this kind of pride in Satyabhama, Krishna's proudest queen, and I have also heard of it in the gopis of Vrindavan, who are the reservoirs of all the transcendental meadows. But in the case of goddess fortune, I see a different kind of pride. She manifests her own opulences and even goes with her soldiers to attack her husband. The Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is telling, please tell me the varieties of egoistic pride manifested in Vrindavan. And that's where he says that there are three types of women experiencing jealous anger. Sober woman, restless woman, woman both restless and sober. Hmm. So the restless sometimes chastises. And one who is a combination of sobriety and restlessness always jokes with equivocal words. She sometimes praises her lover, sometimes blasphemes him, sometimes remains indifferent. Hmm. So the discussion is going on. Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is very happy. In that context, it has been explained Srimati Radharani is the epitome of so today's verse talks about the supreme superlative position of Srimati Radharani. Gopigana Madhya Sheshta Radha Thakurani Nirmala Ujjwala Rasa Premaratnakani. Of all the gopis, Srimati Radharani is the chief. She is the jewel mine of ecstatic love and the source of all purified transcendental conjugal mellows. Srimati Radharani is the epitome, the emblem of devotional service. She is the mother of devotion. And therefore, she is one of so she is the dearmost to Lord Krishna because she is the topmost devotee of the Lord. We can see Srimati Radharani signifies a life completely dedicated to Lord Krishna. Other than Krishna, nothing else. Therefore, when Srimati Radharani appeared, she was blind and deaf and dumb all at the same time. So she refused to see anything, speak anything, or hear anything. Only when Lord Krishna, along with Nandababa and Madhya Rishoda, they came to Barsana, and Lord Krishna uh, Lord Krishna came to see Srimati Radharani. So he got up and then he was seeing Srimati Radharani. That is the first time she opened her eyes. And then on only Srimati Radharani started seeing or speaking or hearing. Which goes to show that Srimati Radharani was signifying that her life is only meant for Krishna and nothing other than Krishna. So this very fabric of exclusivity is what we can see in the lives of all the gopis per se. At the beck and call of the Lord, the gopis were ready to leave everything, whatever they were into, and simply ran towards Krishna. Therefore, it is said that when Lord Krishna would play his flute, so the gopis would leave their household chores if they were doing some, if they are in between cooking, they leave the cooking and run towards Krishna. So, some of them may be dressing themselves, combing their hair or putting ornaments. And when they will hear Krishna's flute, they would be so attracted that they would just run and they would not complete the dressing also. So some of them may come with ornament, say an earring only on one ear, or bangles only on one hand, or some of them will come with hair just half combed. That was a dedication to the Supreme Lord. And the topmost example of them all is Srimati Radharani. The topmost example of them all is Srimati Radharani. So here we are learning a very beautiful lesson. Srimati Radharani is demonstrating to us a very beautiful lesson. And as when we give importance to the practices of bhakti, that is the starting point of our bhakti. Giving importance or priority to the principles and practices of bhakti is the starting point of our bhakti. So that is giving importance, like we are every day coming for the morning program, we are every day chanting 16 rounds in the morning, Mangalarati, Nagatam class, taking only prasad, going for Harinam Sankirtan, book distribution, preaching regularly, taking association of devotees. This is giving importance to bhakti. We give time. Giving time is tantamount to giving importance. But that is the starting of bhakti. So now the question comes, okay, when bhakti condenses, then what happens? So now the beautiful principle which comes is that, okay, when bhakti becomes condensed, to advance in bhakti, what is required? We can see from the behavior of the gopis, especially Srimati Radharani. So to advance in bhakti, what is required? So giving importance is the starting point of bhakti. Giving priority is the starting point of bhakti. And as bhakti condenses or advances, it should go to the point of, it should go in the lanes of exclusivity. It should go in the lanes of exclusivity. Giving importance is the starting point. Or one may be giving importance to many things. But when there is so much importance that there is no space to give importance to anything else, that is called as exclusivity. Only Krishna. Existence is only meant for serving and pleasing Krishna, only meant for satisfying Krishna. And that is the stage of advanced or condensed bhakti. The lane of advancement of bhakti is to rise on the grounds of exclusivity. That means progressively giving more and more importance to Krishna consciousness. And as we keep giving more and more importance to Krishna consciousness, what will happen? The importance to other things will start reducing and reducing and reducing and reducing. And the condensed stage of bhakti, one is giving so much importance to activities of Krishna consciousness that there is no existence, there is no thought, there is no action other than, there is no life other than satisfying and pleasing Krishna. That stage is a very welcome stage. That stage is a very fortunate stage. And that stage can come by the blessings of Srimati Radha. So one should endeavor. After accomplishing the milestone of giving importance to Krishna consciousness, some importance to Krishna consciousness at least, then one should progress in the direction of increasing the importance of Krishna consciousness. That is what advancement is all about. As Srila Sukadeva Goswami Maharaj describes about the state of Prahlad Maharaj, he is describing that Prahlad Maharaj, externally he was doing all activities, he was sleeping, he was taking prasad, he was walking, he was bathing. But all those activities were in the background. He was not at all focused, concerned, or bothered about it. Because what was in the focus of Prahlad Maharaj is his focus was Krishna. So all the other activities are being performed in the background. That is what happens to a devotee. So that there are devotee, other aspects of life, the other aspects of life, they may be happening in the background, but that is not the focus. The devotee is not much focused about it. We can experience sometimes it happens that say one is having exam, then one may not be very much focused on eating. That means what? Quickly one may just eat something in 10 minutes. What was cooked? What is the taste of it? How much he ate? That is no consideration. The only consideration exam. Even while taking prasad, the person is revising. Yesterday, oh my exam is here. So in the same way, for a devotee, the thought, the words, the action, they are all focused on Krishna, satisfying Krishna. Aham hare tava padayekamulam dasa daso bhavitasmi bhu manasmareta supate gunaste granita vakam karotu kare. Here in the sixth canto, Srimad Bhagavatam, Maharaj Dhritarashtra is praying. But, oh Lord, I am taking shelter of your lotus feet. I have only one prayer. What is that prayer? He is saying that, oh Lord, please bring me to such a state that I am constantly serving you with all and everything what I have. Will give me this greatest benediction of being the servant of the servant of your servants. So that in their association, I can serve you with my body, with my mind, with my words, constantly. And there is nothing other than this your service in my mind. So that is why a devotee should never remain stagnant. So our Acharyas explain that devotional service should always be a growing concept. The stagnated concept will lead to distraction, degradation, dilution. Therefore, the bhakti is always a growing concept. That means what? That one's surrender to Krishna, one's service to Krishna, one's attempt to please Krishna should always be growing. Growing concept. Till one is fully, thoroughly engaged. That full, thorough engagement is what is called as absorption. What is absorption? Absorption is when one is so much, on one hand, so much grateful, on the other hand, very responsible and very much focused on serving Krishna with great attention and great deliberation for a continuous period of time. So much so that there is no even thought to come out of it. There is no even thought to come out of it. That is called as absorption. Like when Lord Nityananda was sent by Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu to go to Bengal and start preaching. So Lord Nityananda, along with his associates, they all started. Hare Krishna. They all started from the Jagannath Puri. So then we hear their celebrated pastime that as they started, they were singing Hare Krishna, but when they were singing Hare Krishna, they completely lost any sense of directionality. And because of that, then they would be just singing and chanting and dancing. And after many, many, many hours, one in the troop would ask some local villager, where is the way to Navadip, Bengal? And they would say, oh, you are 20 miles off track, this way, that way, 30 miles off track, 15 miles off track, this way, that way, this way. So generally, from Jagannath Puri to Bengal, at that time, walking would generally take 1 month. But it seems that because Lord Nityananda Prabhu and all his associates were so much in trance that they were losing track every now and then. They would have taken a long, long time to reach Bengal. This is absorption. This mood, and it intensifies, this mood in its topmost intensification is present in Srimati Radharani. Srimati Radharani's mood is that, okay, I don't have any existence without Krishna. Therefore, we see Srimati Radharani's mood is that, oh Krishna, when Lord Krishna has gone to Dwarka, Srimati Radharani is lamenting, Srimati Radharani is is meditating, that she's saying, I don't have any love for Krishna. I am just a poor, wretched soul, and I don't have any love for Krishna. She's saying, no, I am not sentimentally speaking. I have proof. The proof is that Krishna is gone, and there should be no meaning to my life other than Krishna. And Krishna is gone, and I am still alive. That goes to show I have no love for Krishna. She's saying like that. The Lord Krishna is gone. How can I still be alive? And I am still alive. That means I don't have love for Krishna. That is Srimati Radharani's mood. Srimati Radharani's mood. Very intense. Very, very intense. This very mood is explained in Madhya Lila, second chapter. We see Lord Shri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu in his deep absorption meditation. The Lord Shri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu exhibits this kind of a mood also, uh, which is actually the mode of Srimati Radharani. Which is actually, okay, let us see a few verses there. 1 minute. I can recite verses from there. Very, very amazing to see that. What kind of intensity, what kind of dedication and exclusivity. So in this way, Srimati Radha teaches us how to uh, priority Krishna. Uh, okay, let us see text 19. Here we have. So let's see. Chapter 2, Ecstatic Manifestations of Lord Shri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, text 19. Yeah, Srimati Radharani's lamentation. So in separation from Krishna, Lord Shri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu exhibited this kind of lamentation, this kind of very, very nicely it represents the mood. We see this. Premacheda bhagachati hari. I am such a prema sthana sthanam avaiti. Napi madano janati nudurlabha. Anyo vedana chanya dukam akilam no. Jivanam vashravam. Dvitrani eva dinani. Yauvanam idam haha vidhe kagati. Srimati Radharani is lamenting. Our Krishna does not realize what we have suffered from the injuries inflicted in the course of loving affairs. We are actually misused by love because love does not know where to strike and where not to strike. Even Cupid does not know of our very much weakened condition. What should I tell anyone? No one can understand another's difficulties. Our life is actually not under our control. For youth will remain for 2 or 3 days and soon be finished. In this condition, O Creator, what will be our destination? So this is from Jagannath Vallabh Bhattakara of Ramananda Rai. So our life is not under our control. In the conditioned state of life, we experience this kind of a state when it comes to the pushings and pullings of the vices and the anarthas. That's why Arjuna is saying that, oh, how is one forced or impelled towards sinful activities even before without one's knowledge? But this state exists in pure way uh, with Krishna Prem also. That one is not under our control. That is why the gopis sometimes they're saying that, oh Krishna, you're such a cheater. We want to forget you. We are not able to. What can be done? Upajila premankur bhangila ye dukhapura Krishna taha nahi karipan bahire nagare raja bhitare shanthera gaja Paranariva Savathan Upajila Premampura Bhangila Ye Dukhapura. Srimati Radharani is saying, oh, what shall I say of my distress? After I met Krishna, my loving propensity sprouted, but upon separating from him, I sustained a great shock, which is now continuing like the sufferings of a disease. Bhangila Ye Dukhapura. So that prem ankura bhangila ye dukapura करे taha nahi kare pan. So she's saying that the only physician of this disease is Krishna himself, but he is not taking care of the sprouting plant of devotional service. What can I say about the behavior of Krishna? Outwardly, the very attractive young lover, but at heart is a great cheat, very expert in killing others' wives. Paranari vadhe savadhan. सखी है ना बुझिए विधिर विधान सुखलाघि कैलुम प्रीत हैल दुख विपरीत सुखलाघि कैलुम प्रीत हैल दुख विपरीत एबे या न रहे पराना. So Shrimati Radharani is further saying, my dear friend, I do not understand the regulative principles given by the Creator. I loved Krishna for happiness, but the result was just the opposite. I am now in an ocean of distress. It must be that I am going to die, for my vital force no longer remains. This is my state of mind. So we can see, Srimati Radharani is exemplified. That is why when Lord Krishna sees this kind of mood and emotions, then Lord Krishna decided, I also want to taste this ecstasy of love for Krishna, ecstasy this which Srimati Radharani is experiencing in her such a deep state, intense state of love. I also want to experience this, and therefore Lord Krishna appeared as Lord Shri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, adopting the mood and the hue of Srimati Radharani, and this is why Srimati Radharani is the topmost of the gopis and the topmost devotee, and therefore all our services are simply a prayer and plea to Shrimati Radharani to bestow upon us her grace that uh, uh, we can also partake or walk on this lane of uh, that yes, life is only meant for satisfaction and pleasure of the Supreme Personality of God. Let's stop here for today. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Thank you, Prabhu. Nice class.
ग्रंथराज श्री चैतन्य चरितामृत की
Jai.
जय, श्री प्रभुपाद की जय, हरि बोल।
Thank you, Prabhu.